Is this bun too big? Do you know I wear my hair in a bun every single day, but see, as soon as you put it on film or a photo, it just doesn't look right. Like, why is it so big? Oh well, that's what we're dealing with. Anyway, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I am going to be doing a Q&A. So I posted on Instagram story asking for questions for a Q&A, and I try to pick ones that I've not really answered before, things that are maybe a wee bit different, or also commonly asked questions that I just get asked over and over and over again, and people clearly want to know the answers to. So I don't know how many questions I have, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but take a seat, get comfy. I mean, I'm looking like I'm dressed in the top, but I've got like 3 pairs of socks on the bottom. Can you see this? Yep. And joggies because it's absolutely freezing. Oh my god, that did not just happen. Ow. Okay. First question, I'm just going to try and go through these as smoothly and casually as possible so that I don't need to edit this too much, because I want this to go up as soon as possible tonight. So happy Friday. I hope you have good weekend plans. Anyway, first question, would you ever move from Glasgow? So I was talking about this the other day actually to just friends, because I've got a hiccup. Do I? I did. Because as you may or may not know, my sister recently moved to Dubai, and people are always asking, look, are you going to move anywhere? Are you going to move to Dubai, like, because she's out there, that kind of thing? And my answer would be, I haven't been everywhere that I want to be. Like, I haven't been everywhere in the world that I would think that would be somewhere I'd like to move to, if that makes sense. So for example, I really want to visit Australia. I feel like if I was going to move anywhere, I don't know why, but I have a feeling it would be Australia. So I can't say that I want to move yet until I've like experienced that. So I might go there like on, well, I'm definitely going to go there like traveling on holiday, that kind of thing. And that would be the last place I want to go to determine like if there's anywhere in the world I want to actually live. Obviously there's loads of places I still want to visit, but in terms of living, and I don't think I would ever move permanently. I think I would only move for a few years just for like life experience and whatnot, but I think I would always come back to Scotland. If you could go into the world of a book you've read, would you? And somebody wrote, I'm guessing Harry Potter. 1,000,000,000%, if I had the chance for one day to enter a book, it would be Harry Potter, and it would be the best day of my life. It really would be. Oh my god, why would you not want to do that? Is that actually something I really want to do? Obviously this is not possible, like that question, but if I could do something like really cool and bizarre like that, I would want to swap bodies with Marco, or any guy really, but preferably Marco, and I'd want us to swap bodies with each other so that we would just see what it's like to be on the other side of each other. Does that make sense? I don't know, I just think it'd be fun to swap bodies for a day, which you obviously can't do, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Can you try and do a British accent? So I am British because I live in Britain, but the British accent, it's funny because people class like London as being the British accent, whereas like the whole of Britain obviously has a British accent, it's just variations of it. I can't do accents, so I'm not even going to try. I feel like if I hear the accent, like if somebody's doing an accent and then I copy it, then it's not horrendous, but I do actually need like that, if that makes sense. How to stop over exercising and develop a healthy relationship with eating and working out. Okay, so I don't think I've ever been an over exerciser, but in terms of developing a good relationship with food and exercise, it very much for me came down to like finding the balance for one, obviously, which is what everybody wants to do, but kind of changing your mindset. So rather than thinking I need to exercise to lose weight, or I need to like eat this and this to be skinny or whatever, it was more of a case of, right, I want to eat healthy to like fuel my body, and I want to then use that to work hard in the gym to push my body to be able to do really cool things, which for me was be strong. Relative to my size. So yeah, it's kind of changing your mindset and thinking, right, this is a bit of a weird way to say it, but it's, see, I've just got another text message. It's very much thinking more about like what's good about eating healthy and exercising, rather than using it as a punishment. So you want to eat to fuel your body, and you want to work out to like look after your body. So it's about keeping fit, and it's about allowing your body to be strong. It's about setting challenges and goals. It's not about just aesthetics. And obviously it's always going to be about aesthetics. Everybody has an aesthetic goal, whether they admit it or not. Everybody does, because everybody looks in the mirror and there's always something that somebody doesn't like about themselves, even if it's something small. Or something that you nitpick just once a week or whatever. So I always have aesthetic goals, but very much I have other goals as well, and they include like I said, like being strong, hitting new PBs, all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of more coming away from just having aesthetic goals and having like other goals surrounding that, like physical and mental goals that can help really shift your mindset. And that's not just going to happen overnight, like that's a long process. But that's kind of where I'm at with things. Like I very much look at it from, I am lucky enough to have, touch wood, like a working able body that can do X, Y and Z. Obviously I have days that I'm unmotivated or days that I don't go to the gym or whatever, but it's very much just shifting that focus to like other goals out with just what you look like. How's married life? Married life is wonderful. It's actually not any different, well, not really different from what it was before, because Marco and we've been together for 6 years now, lived together for a year and a half before we got married, which personally I recommend. And because my mum always said to me, you will never know someone until you actually live with them. That's very true. On both sides. I don't think he realised how messy I was, how like I have other priorities in life other than like for me, because I work from home, my priority is work and then eat and sleep, go to the gym, and then after that it's like tidy up. My house is not dirty by any means, but I can be messy. I can be messy, and if you don't know that about someone, then you marry them and then it's just an abomination, and then that's a divorce. So we lived together for a year and a half. We've lived together for 2 years now. We've been married for 5 months. That's so funny, I've been married for 5 months. But yeah, it doesn't feel any different. Obviously there's like some things in your head that you think, right, there's a difference between a relationship in a partnership, and I think marriage is more, obviously you don't have to be married to like be in more of a partnership, but it's just a slight shift in your brain between like boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancés, and then husband and wife. I don't know, there's just like something slightly different in your mind, but in terms of how we act and everything, it's exactly the same. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that made sense to me. What is your skincare routine? I think you are so beautiful. Thank you so much. What do you think of the bun? Because it's a bit extreme. My skincare routine is really simple. I've shown it lots of times on Instagram story, because that's just the easiest place to show things. I only wear makeup once, twice a week maximum. Today's one of those days. I always wash my face with only water if I don't have makeup on. Like I don't use face wash every single day. I said this to a friend the other day and he was like, is that not a bit gross? I'm like, how's it gross? It's just water on your face. Like I don't need to use like a kind of more harsh washing system on my skin if there's nothing on it. So I only use water on my face if I am not wearing makeup, and then I just use moisturiser. What moisturiser am I even using right now? Bare Minerals have a good one. I use oil at night, like a facial oil, not like olive oil. I don't use coconut oil because that made me break out a lot, so I use some kind of, here we go. At night, I wash my face with water if I have no makeup on. If I had makeup on, I use just like a gentle cleanser. It's a vegan one. Don't ask me what it's from. I can do a video on skincare if you really want me to. And then I just put on some kind of like facial oil, sleep with that. And then in the morning, again, wash my face with water and then do moisturiser. That's it. That's all I do. Nothing fancy. I probably do a face mask. I exfoliate and face mask once a week. It might not even be, sometimes I'll go through a week where I'll do it like 2 or 3 times a week, then other times I won't do it for a month. It just depends. It really just depends. I don't have like a strict schedule of when. It's more like in the mirror and I think, ugh, I need to peel a layer off my face. And what's your hair care routine? Okay, my hair care routine is even worse. I wash my hair twice a week. I actually went 5 days without washing my hair recently, and then, which is kind of my longest. I normally do 3 or 4 days and then wash my hair because I use a hell of a lot of dry shampoo and it's normally up. And for someone that goes to the gym a lot, that's obviously not washing your hair an awful lot, but I don't really sweat, like I'm not an overly sweaty person. I'm a sweaty person if I'm sitting here doing this, then I'll feel like sweaty underarms, but if I'm in the gym, I'm not sweaty. It's so weird. It's so weird, but I don't have like a sweaty head or anything like that. So I normally don't wash my hair for like 3 or 4 days at a time, so I'll probably only wash it twice a week. And when I do, I shampoo it twice, and I use my Wee Moisture from Superdrug, which is an all vegan brand. I've worked with them loads of times. This isn't sponsored, but they are actually amazing. And then I condition once, and I just blow dry it, and then it stays in a bun for the next 4 days. And then I do it all over again. Oh my goodness, my nose. How long have you been vegan and how much protein do you eat per day? Okay, I've been vegan now for, what's the date, March, April, May, June. Oh my god, I've been vegan for 6.5 years. I was literally counting on my fingers. Vegan for 6.5 years, and protein wise, I currently eat about 120 grams of protein a day, which is roughly a gram per pound of body weight. I'm about 125 pounds right now, like in weight, roughly. So it's about there. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It really just depends. But because I do eat similar foods like every single day, it's very easy to, you know, just make sure you're eating enough. I'm not with it today, I'm not on this planet. Oh, male and female celebrity crushes, what a good question. So, male, we'll just hit it with 3 really obvious ones. Channing Tatum, hello. Zac Efron, double hello. And, who would be the third? Do you know what, we'll just call it those 2 right now. It's quite funny because they're quite similar. Are they similar? No, one's bald and one has brown hair. They're not similar. They're not similar. And female, Miley Cyrus. There's nobody else on this planet like Miley Cyrus. Present yourself to me. That is all I need in this life. Would you ever get a pet? No. So it's quite funny. So you probably know this because I've said it a lot of times. It's just how you say it so it doesn't sound harsh. I am vegan. I do not eat animals. I would never kill, harm, or do anything like that to an animal. I buy where I can stuff that is not tested on animals, is vegan friendly. I'm talking about skincare, hair routines, clothes, like I do as best I can. But I don't really like pets. Like I don't, if people have dogs and they want to show me a picture of their dog, I'm like, that's lovely. That is just lovely. I'm just not an animal person, like I'm really not. I'm just not. I just don't want a dog or a cat or a fish or a rabbit or anything like that. And when people, I'm actually kind of scared of dogs as well. Big dogs, when they like jump at you. One thing I can't understand, and I'm sorry if this is you, I can't understand people who let their pets like lick their face. Maybe you can explain it to me in the comments below if you have a pet and it like licks your lips and all that, but oh my god, if Marco, for example, had a dog and it sat and licked his face and then he wanted to kiss me, absolutely not. No, I don't do pets or just animals in general. I don't know, like I said, I treat them as equals to us, would never harm them like I would never harm a person. But I just don't particularly like them, just like I don't like a lot of people. Like, I don't not like a lot of people, but you know what I mean? You don't have to like someone to not harm them. Does that make sense? Next question, because that's going on and on and on. How do you prepare for vacation for vegan food? I love it when Americans call it a vacation. And do you know what's quite funny? I've started using a lot of American terms in my videos because I feel like they don't understand a lot of words that I say, and then as a result I just like automatically say things more American. So for example, I say fall instead of autumn now. Like I've never said fall in my life. We say autumn. And I don't say vacation, I say holiday. So I'm like, oh, I'm going on holiday, not I'm going on vacation. So funny. Anyway, so when I'm going on holiday / vacation, I always look up either on Happy Cow or just on Google like best vegan restaurants in LA, best vegan restaurants in New York, like wherever you're going, always look them up. And I always then look them up on Instagram. I look up their own Instagram page, and then I also look up their menu on the website. I look up the tags on Instagram, I look at the places tag on Instagram, and I write down like the top ones I want to go to, and I just hiccuped again. Oh my goodness me. And that's it. One thing I did actually start doing recently, and I did it when I went to Dubai, was, see if you go on Instagram, people have pages for like vegan food in certain places. So I just typed in to like the name search thing on Instagram, vegan in Dubai, and there was a vegan Instagram page for vegan food in Dubai, and it just tagged all these restaurants and things, so that we can just see what the food looks like as well. And I was like, that is a genius plan. So I just always spend like an hour, you know, a few nights before I go on holiday, and write down all the places that are potentials. What is the next travel destination? Okay, so I am going back to Dubai this month. Again, my sister lives out there, and this time I'm going out with my mum, which will be good because she's never been to Dubai. Obviously she wants to see my sister as well, so Dubai. So also Marco and I are planning some kind of holiday in November, because we have like a few weeks to play with in November time. We're kind of contemplating Australia. I am dying to go to Australia. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I just really want to go, but we're kind of deliberating whether or not to go in November. We can't decide. If you've been to Australia, please comment down below, is November a good time to go, and just vote like Steph, just go, just say just go, so that I go, so I can book it. Would you rather, oh, I love would you rather. Would you rather never eat pancakes or never eat chocolate? Never eat pancakes. I mean, pancakes are good, but nothing soothes my soul quite like chocolate does. I didn't even check to see if I had mascara smudged on top of my eye, do I? I don't think I do. Yes, chocolate literally, as I've said before, runs through my veins. It comes out my pores. It is probably what my breath smells and tastes like. If I had a nosebleed, it would probably be chocolate. So I would never eat pancakes again to enable, oh my god, I did it again, to enable my love for chocolate to continue. Oh, this is Hayley's hitting me with all these questions, like would you rather. So if you could only eat one type of nut butter for the rest of your life, which would it be? Cashew butter. I love cashew butter. So right now, this is an addiction. I use, see the Biscoff Lotus spread? That is what I've been putting on my porridge for the past like 3 months. So I used to do cashew butter, and then I started doing Lotus spread as like a kind of once a week thing. Now it's an everyday thing, and it's kind of an addiction. So I'm trying to wean myself back off of it, but now cashew butter tastes dry and bland compared to the Lotus spread. So now I'm doing half and half, and I'm melting them together in the microwave, and I'm trying to like slowly wean off the Lotus spread and get back to the cashew butter. That was an unnecessary story, but there you go. Favourite places to get cute non-gym clothes. So my 2 favourite shops are, so I only shop online because I hate shopping. I hate shopping. I shop on ASOS and Nasty Gal. However, Nasty Gal there's a 50% chance everything that comes is going to be SHIT, because the last, so I always get stuff off Nasty Gal 9 times out of 10, which is not 50%, 9 times out of 10, it's all fine. But the last order I got, it was horrendous. Everything was just like falling apart, really cheap material, etc, etc. So I sent the whole lot back. But normally Nasty Gal and ASOS. So ASOS have this section right now called ASOS Design, and there's a lot of like recycled stuff in it, or stuff that's made from recycled material. Living for that section right now. Is Marco and your sister still vegan? Yes. Why, yes they are. And Marco's a pure passionate vegan. It's so funny. Like obviously I'm vegan and I use my platforms to showcase the vegan lifestyle, but I'm very much a person that's like live by example. So I would never say to someone, you should eat this, you should eat that. I don't believe in negative approaches to things. I think if you're like living positively and people see that, they might like take lifestyle changes and steps themselves through that, rather than you being like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. As soon as something's negative, you're not going to be a part of that. So that's my approach. And Marco's hilarious because he obviously went vegan a few years after me, and he was always like, no, I'm not going to do that, blah 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 blah. And now everywhere we go, he's like, oh, can't understand why people eat meat. And it's like, I know. It's really quite funny actually. It's really funny. Oh my goodness, my nose. So where did you learn so much about fitness? Any resources you suggest? So pretty much I was like self-taught, is that a thing? Self-taught, so Marco introduced me to like weight training and he showed me a lot of things and told me a lot of things, and then it was pretty much just looking it all up online yourself over the years. And then I also did a personal training course. I wouldn't say the personal training course added much more to my knowledge, maybe a wee bit, but it didn't really add much more to my knowledge of what I already knew, but I wanted to be certified, so I did it anyway. Ooh, if you could pick any 3 people to have a meal with, who would you pick and why? So I'm going to pick Miley Cyrus because I'm in love with her. Miley Cyrus, do you know, I don't even follow that many celebrities on social media to have like a thought of like who else right now. Miley Cyrus. Let me have a think about that. This is a hard question. Off the top of my head, this isn't like final answer if this was something I was actually allowed to choose, but off the top of my head we'll say Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift. We'll go Taylor Swift, I quite like Taylor Swift. And, oh my god, the Jonas Brothers. I just love to meet the Jonas Brothers. They count as one person. I know there's like 3 of them, there's technically 4, but there's 3 in the band. They count. So they do. They're not my final answers. Miley Cyrus is definitely one, but the other 2 can be manipulated for when that actually ever happens, which is never. Let me see. So I'm trying to reduce meat but gaining weight and feeling bloated and very disheartened. So the only way you're gaining weight is if you are eating more than you need. So if your calories have went up as a result of stopping eating meat, then that'll be why. It's nothing to do with the fact that you're now eating tofu instead of red meat. Bloatedness, yes, can obviously be a contributor if you have changed your diet and your body's getting used to it, but very much not gaining weight. You shouldn't be gaining weight because you're now eating a bean instead of meat. Like, that's not the way it works. It's very much calories in, calories out, all this kind of stuff. So maybe look to make sure that you haven't just like accidentally doubled your calories or done something like that. I can see from your photo, like on your profile, that you do some kind of like bikini competing. So obviously you'll know about calories and macros and that kind of thing, so maybe just have a look and see like what you're doing and make sure that you've not just accidentally started eating like twice as much as you normally do. Oh, what's your favourite thing about being married? And do you want babies soon? No. No. I get asked this question all the time since I've been married, and no, I don't want babies soon. If my body is blessed enough to have children in the future, then in the future, yes. But I'm talking like in my 30s. I'm 25 for 2 more weeks. Children's not on my agenda right now, like not even anywhere close to my to-do list. Favourite thing about being married? It's not necessarily about being married, it's about like the fact that we live together and we're married, etc, etc. I just like Sundays. We have a Sunday ritual now at night time where we have our dinner sitting on the floor in the living room watching currently Peaky Blinders on Netflix, then we have a bubble bath and go to bed, and it's very much like those routines that you can do with someone when you live together, and whether you're married or not, that's what I like the best. That was so cheesy. I've turned in to cheese. Ooh, if you could live anywhere in the world where money was no object, where would it be? Honestly, I'd like to live in LA for a while, because I just loved LA. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. There's a lot of homelessness. There's a lot of like visual poverty in your face that you just see walking down the street. But I don't know, there's something about it. LA is the only place I've been in the world that I kind of thought, oh, I could live here. But it's very expensive. Very, very expensive. Right, last question. Ooh, what a deep question for the last question. What is your biggest regret? So, here's one of those like get to know me better questions. I don't have regrets. You may kind of think, do you know what, I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I kind of regret doing that. I don't regret anything, because I read a quote once, right, and this is what it said: Never regret anything, because at some point it's exactly what you wanted in life. So in that moment you wanted that, or wanted to do that, or whatever. So why would you regret that for yourself if it made you happy for that, even if it was short term? As long as it's nothing bad that hurts other people. That's my philosophy. My only regret, which I never want to have, is not doing enough things with life. So I would regret not doing something over doing it, you know, because there's a 50% chance that, you know, it's going to turn out good or bad. So I'm going to take 50% chance. Quite frankly, I would take 50% chance that something could go wrong, as long as it wasn't death. Then I'd maybe play that game a bit more, like, reluctantly. But yeah, I don't see the point in regret, because you're just going to like overthinking things that you cannot change. That's you're wasting your life, quite frankly. So I am not a regretful person. I feel like, do you know what, that's something I wanted to do at that time. It's something that made me happy at that time. It's something I wanted to try. Or so no, my only regret in life would be not doing something. For example, I mean, you don't need an example, but I'm giving you an example. So my sister moved to Dubai. She always said it was something she wanted to do, but was quite reluctant to actually go ahead with it. You know, just like, she has a boyfriend, a long-term boyfriend. It's moving away from home. It's like committing to something for at least a year. Like, it's quite a big thing to do. But in my eyes, it was a case of, Sarah, if you don't do it now, where you don't like have a mortgage or a house with your boyfriend, you haven't moved out yet, you don't have any children or really any responsibilities, then it's going to be too late. Because as soon as you move in with your boyfriend, as soon as you know, get married or have children or commit to something kind of long term, I mean, you can, but you're very less likely. That doesn't make any sense. You're less likely to just be like, do you know what, I'm away to Dubai for a year for work. You know, you're not going to. My fear is getting to like 40, 50. In fact, no, because that's still young, like 80. Getting to 80 and being like, oh, I really wish I did that. There's a lot of things you can't do when you're 80. I don't think you can skydive when you're 80. Maybe you can, I don't know. But that's my fear in life, is to be like, damn, I wish I did that. Or like, I regret not doing that. Here's a bit of a life chat. When I'm on my deathbed, please let that be a long time away. When I'm on my deathbed, I am going to think about all the wonderful things I did in life. I do not want to be lying there and being like, damn it, I wish I did that, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Moral of the story, don't regret. That's a close now for this video. This got so like, it started off here like, how's married life? Like, how do I get into exercise? To like, oh my god, depths of the core. Like, that was like, that was a lot. So I actually have a video coming up for my birthday. So my birthday is on October 17th. I will be older and wiser. I will be 26 on October 17th, 2019. And I'm going to do a video called, so this is kind of wrong. I was going to do 26 things I've learned in 26 years, but I just don't like how that sounds. So I'm going to do 25 things I've learned in 25 years. It's not going to be just things I've learned, it's going to be like my kind of attitude towards life, my outlook, perspective, like all that kind of stuff. So all that kind of deep chat, which is had there for probably far too long, is going to be in a video in 2 weeks' time. This week, 2 weeks' time. So thank you for everyone that submitted your questions today. I like Q&As, they're just so chill. I mean, it was chill till it just went so deep, like deep. But yeah, they're fun. So thank you for submitting questions. I'm hoping this weekend to film a collaboration video with someone eating something, which I'm not going to tell you about, and that will be the video on Monday. So fingers crossed that happens. If not, will be, you know, our regular scheduled vlog type things. But for now, thank you for watching. This video went on far too long. Regret nothing in life, because at some point it was what you wanted. So, goodbye.